Happy Monday. So when I was little, two things always came up in our home. And usually it was around having a bad attitude or saying I can't, and that came from my mom and dad, and it was to change your stinking thinking, or you need a checkup from the neck up. And I loved that, made sense as a kid, very clear what they were trying to accomplish and say. Later in life, 2017, I started going to some Tony Robbins events, and it kind of reiterated that idea in a different way. And it says that, we become what we think about most of the time. And whatever we focus on, we move toward. And those two things I've thought a lot about as an adult, and in knowing and even trying to figure out what I wanted to accomplish. What does success look like for me? And what do I spend most of my time thinking about? I remember when I had a boyfriend when I was a little bit younger, and all my thoughts went toward this boy, and I was always so excited. And when we broke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I think about before I had him? Because all my thoughts are on this person. And so sometimes I think we're not even fully aware of what occupies our mind, for better or worse, all of the time. So we become what we think about most of the time. So maybe ask yourself that question: what do I spend most of my time thinking about? Are they things that make me feel better about myself? Do I focus on the things I have or everything I don't have, the blessings I'm given or the things have been taken away, that life happens to me and not for me? Or does it happen for me and not to me? And just our perspectives on that. And then obviously where we put our focus, we move toward, for better or worse. And we've kind of talked about that too, having an idea of what we want and only doing those things that take us in that direction, understanding really clear picture of what that end goal might look like, and then creating a routine that moves us forward. And we know that progress equals happiness. But today, I just want to focus on the power of focus and that mindset around focus, and knowing that what we focus on, we move toward, and how we can make our focus more consistent. And in the world we live in, there are so many distractions. So number one that we want to focus on is learning how to say no. And that is one way to eliminate distraction, but it also plays into number two, which is to eliminate having to make decisions. In our job, every single day, we make decisions. And if we could start the morning with a clear idea of what our goal is and what our plan is for the day, we can eliminate decisions. There's so many ways that we can simplify our work day through preparation. But the more decisions we make, the more brain fatigue we get. And that actually leads into doom scrolling and the boredom that we